organised. Right. Hello everybody, my name's Paul and I'm a sex addict. Oh, sorry, that's next weekend. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul and I'll be taking the piss out of John for the next 5 minutes. Firstly, in keeping with tradition, on behalf of the bridesmaids, Naomi, Savannah, and of course little Gracie, I'd like to thank John for his kind words. In addition, I would like to say how beautiful they look. And for those chaps who are here alone tonight, the two above 3 foot are both single. So before we carry on, I've got a little note here, a telegram of such, an email from friends of John and Sarah's. I think it might be a bit of a surprise, hopefully it is. It reads, Sarah, John and Gracie, we are so sorry we couldn't be there with you today to share in all the fun and festivities. We'll be thinking of you and keeping our fingers crossed for good weather. Yeah, cheers. Have a truly wonderful day. It's been a long time coming. Hopefully see you in the grand old US of A next summer. Lots of love, Haf, Don and Owen. Very nice. Anyway, let's crack on to something interesting. Okay, when John first told me that he'd asked Sarah to marry him, and that she had actually said yes, my first reaction was one of terror at the realisation that in 12 months' time I was going to have to do a best man speech. While I was changing my underpants, my second reaction was one of puzzlement that she had actually said yes. Let's be honest, Mason's been punching well above his weight for some time now. A fact I'm sure you'll agree with, especially looking at Sarah today. So, this is the point of the evening where I regale you all with humorous anecdotes of John's shady past. Unfortunately, most of those stories really are not a public consumption. So instead, I've opted for good old-fashioned humiliation. I first met my brother John 37 years ago, where he greeted me with a hug and a kiss. Something to his credit he still does today. That'll be his first and only compliment. From an early age, John has lacked one vital piece of equipment. Not a lot of people know this. A left testicle. Yes, that's right, ladies and gents. John, or should I say, Uncle Bulgaria, was seemingly born with one pod. Those who are down faces, Uncle Bulgaria, so that's a one Bulgaria. I just want to thank my mum at this point for reminding me about that little gem. However, John never let his genital disability hold him back. His infectious enthusiasm and his up for anything approach to life, I'm sure of that. Don't worry, it only gets worse. For those of you who know John well, which to be fair should be most of you, you'll be aware that from time to time, John can be a tad dramatic. A bit of a drama queen. As far back as I can remember, John has always been dramatic, but oddly always favouring the camp side of the drama. This is clearly exhibited in the purchase of John's very first single, Do You Want to Be in My Gang? By Gary. I think you'll all agree, a questionable purchase and even more questionable artist. If I recall, you even bought that shirt, didn't you? So as John got a bit older, he became obsessed with another camp performer. At the height of this obsession, John was devoting, frankly, an unhealthy amount of time to his holy shrine, the Michael Jackson scrapbook. I was hoping to have it here today, but unfortunately, all traces and evidence of the holy book have mysteriously disappeared. Now, for those of you who've been listening and follow popular culture, and have recently read the sex offenders list, like me, you'll see a rather sinister pattern emerging. Apparently he's reading Pete Townshend's autobiography at the moment. But without question, John's biggest flirt of the drama came in his non-award-winning portrayal of the sorrowful young black janitor in his school production of Bugsy Malone. To give him some credit, John was chosen for the part because he was the only one to volunteer. Perhaps, if we ask him and cajole him nicely, John will just give us a few bars of that song.
Tomorrow never comes. What kind of a fool do they take me for?
So, as John was coming to terms with having just the one plum, and the arse-flexing embarrassment of singing Tomorrow, he took his first tentative steps into adolescence. Now, I know it's frowned upon to talk about ex-girlfriends, but I've been waiting all my life for a big audience for this, and you can bet your right testicle. John's first love was a young man, a young lady called Michelle. Thankfully, Michelle is not here to defend herself today, because believe me, if she was, she'd do me some damage. I'm not saying she was butch or anything, but her moustache was something to behold. Now, I'm not, I've got nothing against facial hair, it's never hurt anybody. But unfortunately for Michelle, hers went all the way down to her bollocks. But at least she had a pair. Sadly, that relationship ended soon after reassignment surgery. I'm joking, of course. It ended when she joined the army. That's true.
That's a funny thing.
John then did the only thing he thought would mend his broken heart. He surrounded himself with nothing but hairy men for months on end by joining Her Majesty's Royal Navy. John was never very comfortable in the Navy, or so he says. However, he still managed to stay in there for 8 very hard years. So at the age of 25, and with only one nut, John went back to school and then on to university, where he met a good few of the guests that are here today, and of course where he met Sarah. After weeks of pestering her for a date, she finally capitulated and gave John the opportunity to take her out. I think it was the third or even the fourth date before John did the nasty. It was a beautiful night, a romantic game of tap and bowling, a candle-lit bag of chips and ketchup, and a few warm tins of cider. John was on his best behaviour, opening doors, pulling out chairs, holding in farts. The night went so well that John ended up staying the night. And in the twilight hours, when all was quiet, Sarah was fast asleep. John saw his opportunity to release all that gas that he had been so courteously holding in. So John gently, quietly, or so he thought, squeezed one out. But unfortunately, and to his horror, on this occasion, he got changed. And Sarah, yeah, you know what I'm saying, folks. Don't go any further. Sarah was, of course, sympathetic to John's moment of brownness. and whispered in his ear, "It'll be our little secret." Not anymore, though. So, as John approaches his 40s, he's in the fortunate position of being able to look back on his life so far and have a little smirk to himself. But that smirk should now be turning into a massive grin at the thought of sharing the next 40 years with his beautiful new wife and his amazing daughter Gracie. So folks, without further ado, I ask you all to be upstanding and join me as hosts for the English and Mrs. Mase. So, ladies and gentlemen, to John and Sarah. Thank you very much.